up, guys? Dave's RC, coming to you live from the Jeep. It is still 11 o'clock in the morning. I expected that when I found the plane, it was going to be bad. So here's the thing, guys. I was throwing some ideas at you. And listen, guys, I kept saying depth perception, right? And I told you guys last night, I said if it made it to the tree line, which is literally, guys, it's almost a full click away, okay? Almost a full click. That's almost a mile. It's like just under 3/4 of a mile. Just under 3/4 of a mile to the trees, okay, guys? And I was about ready to walk away from that spot. I looked back, you know, when I was in the Army, I actually was a Pathfinder, and I was air assault, and you know, those Pathfinder skills actually, I mean, just landmarking, you know, no compass, no nothing, just landmarking. The only thing that you really can't figure out very well, even if you're a good Pathfinder, that's depth. Distance. Without a good set of binos or a compass, depth perception can really bite you in the ass. I wish the phone didn't die on me out there, you guys. Literally 5 minutes after the phone died, I saw the tail sticking up in the air. You guys, it was on the other side of the tree line. It was in the power lines. If you had to make me guess last night how far out it was, I would have told you that it might have reached the tree line, but I would say that it was inside of the tree line on this side. You guys, it was literally probably about 100 feet past the tree line, almost a quarter of the way into the power lines, you guys. Unreal, unbelievable. And here's the other kicker right here, guys. Check this out. If it would have landed, no bullshit, no BS, you guys. If it would have hit about another 1.5 feet to the right, it would have landed in a massive fir bush that would have completely pampered it, and it probably wouldn't have really hurt the plane at all. What it did is it hit the big boulder that was just to the left. Literally, if it was literally, I'd say 2 feet. If it made it over 2 feet to the right, it would have landed in a huge, giant, soft, like that one right there. It would have landed in something like that right there. Except the one that was over there was bigger, and there was like 3 of them clustered together. It would have landed. It would have nosed into that, and it actually probably wouldn't have been so bad. I would have expected still that the nose would have been ripped off. I gotta call HRB, man, because this is BS, man. I can't believe they sent me a battery like that, man. That's just, you know what? That's just not acceptable. I mean, come on, man. That's obviously a used battery. Come on, HRB. I know they're cheap, but come on, man. I just told myself earlier, I was like, now I know what the inside of an HRB battery looks like. Check that off the list. So yeah, I was thinking, no, the battery's probably not going to be able to reuse that battery. That sucks too, man. That's actually one of the brand new ones. It didn't even have a full flight on it. Been charged up one time, guys. That sucks. But the ESC, the EDF, the receiver, the gyro, the fan was all perfect. The nose gear, the gear that are in the wings. You guys, check this out. The gear that are in the wings of the Stinger 90 are probably almost exactly like the ones that are the T-33. I'm praying that servo for the gear for the Stinger 90 here will fit in the T33. With this one being a 90 mil, I'm not sure if those servos are a little bit. This one, I'm not sure, guys. I don't know, but I'm optimistic, you guys. So what I'm gonna do, like I said, I was gonna do. If anything was salvageable, I said I'm going, and I'll look at the chat here in a second, you guys. I said if the fan's salvageable and the ESC is salvageable, I'm gonna take that fan and that ESC if it's still good and it's working and everything's fine, and I do some testing with it first. I'm not just gonna, you know, run a pack through it and be satisfied with that. It was sitting out in the rain for, I don't know, about 8 hours, guys. So I am going to put that in the Super Scorpion. And then I'm going to take the Flex fan, the Flex Jet, and I'm going to send it to its rightful owner, and that's Wreckham Roy's. I don't know if Wreckham Roy, maybe you could tell me, Roy, I don't know if you got a fan for that thing yet, but I almost felt like kind of a prick, you know? It's almost like this happened for a reason, you guys. This crash happened for a reason. It's putting me in a position to do the right thing. And the right thing is that Roy paid a good amount of money for that Flex Jet, and it was kind of in rough shape, and it didn't have an EDF in it. And like that was bothering me for some reason. Like, I know we made a deal. He said, that's cool. I don't care, Dave. That's fine. It's all good. But for some reason, it was bothering me, man. I was like, man, I feel really bad that I sent him that Flex Jet without the fan. I mean, because that Flex Jet motor and fan, that's what makes that Flex Jet, man. The sound that fan, I mean, that's what makes the Flex Jet. It's, you know, that fan. It's a lightweight fan that puts out a decent amount of thrust. So yeah, Roy, I am going to send you, I'm going to send you that Taft 90 millimeter fan, because I feel as though that you should have gotten it in the first place. You can actually blame Tyler Reynolds for that, because had he not gotten crazy and like laid the Super Scorpion over here in the bushes, the fan blades wouldn't have blown off of the FMS fan, and I would have never had to have cannibalized the the Flex Jet to grab the fan out of it. Everything happens for a reason, you guys. I honestly believe everything happens for a reason. I said, so when I got over there, literally 5 minutes afterwards, guys, I'm standing on a big rock over there, and I'm just looking, and I'm looking back at the hill, and I'm thinking, you know, it's not going to be there. It's not going to be over there. It has to be on this side, because that's when we saw it come down on this side. However, it could be a little further out. So just to cover my ass, I said, you know what? I'm going to walk into the tree line, and then I'm going to look out onto the other side of the tree line and see what I see. You guys, before I even got into the tree line, I saw that fucking tail right there sticking up out of it. I was like, oh, yes! I wish you guys could have been there with me, bro. I was so excited, man. And then my next thing was, because I could only see the tail, my next thing was, oh my God, did it survive? And obviously once we got close, we realized that no, it didn't. But the ESC is not damaged. Well, as far as like damage from the crash, the fan is still in one piece, and all the fan blades are there, and the housing's not bent. So that was my optimism, guys, right there. I did not care if the plane was destroyed. I didn't care. I just bought that fan in ESC, guys. They're not cheap. It's like $200 worth of electronics there, man. I really wanted to get that back. And my gyro and my brand new 8-channel tactic receiver, you guys. You cannot get these 8-channel tactic receivers anymore, you guys. These are not being made. No more. Never ever again. This was very important to me right here. And obviously, you know, the gyro that I use right here is a 2-axis gyro, and it may not look like much, But you guys, these are like 25, 30 bucks a piece on Banana Hobby's website. For me, well worth it. It is actually the best gyro that I've ever used in my life. This gyro will stabilize your plane so well that even if it's out of trim on your takeoff, it'll still stay good without trimming it. It's weird. It's really weird gyro, you guys. Like your plane could literally be out of trim, and when you take off, this gyro is going to hold it level. There's no bank limiter, there's no AS3X like that, no safe like that. It doesn't work like that. But the way it does work is it will make sure that no matter what, your plane stays level. No matter what, period. As long as you have the plane nice and flat when it initializes. The downfall to these is you can't turn them off. You can't turn them up and down unless you go in and do these switches right, or these things right here. You guys gotta get guards cold. So you have to manually do everything with the gyro, right? But once you set it up, guys, and it's set up in the plane, you know, there's no need to mess with it. You know, it's good to go. You leave it alone, you're good. And then a good idea is to like throw some electrical tape over it, because I've had issues in the past where a power wire, a bare wire on accident hits the board and it fries it. So you gotta be careful with that too, you know. So I just sitting here for a minute, you guys, just kind of like soaking it all in. When I got here, you guys, I saw the hunter. He lives right over there, you guys. He's like legit right over there. I saw him out and about, and he was walking down the power line, and I'm like, no. I have to get out here. Like, I gotta get this. I gotta find this now. I don't know if he knew I crashed one over there. I don't know if somebody said anything to him. I don't know. I was kind of keeping it pretty quiet yesterday, not telling anybody that I crashed something, except for that guy in the excavator, or the bulldozer, or the bucket loader. But I don't know if that guy knows him, and he's like, hey man, that guy said he crashed a plane out here. If he, you know, so I was really nervous that I almost thought to myself that he probably found it and put it in the trash can again. I don't know. I was hoping that wasn't the case. But you guys, as soon as I walked to that tree line, man, I'm like, oh my God, there it is. That's a good feeling, you guys. I'm gonna tell you something right now. That is a great feeling. That's a great feeling for you to set an expectation. And then when you get there, it's actually better than what you set as an expectation. You know, those three things: fan, ESC, gyro, and receiver. That was my main focus. If I got those things back and they were still working, it's not a loss to me at all. Not to mention, I think this retract that's in here will fit in my T33, which is back there. So when I get home, I'm gonna just take all the electronics out of this thing. I'm gonna rip it apart. Hopefully we're still live. All right, I didn't check the chat. I'm gonna check the chat real quick while we're here, guys. Yeah, guys. So if you are one persistent motherfucker, Shelby, you're the one that's got a goddamn spider silk, spider factory, harvesting spider silk from spiders in little shoebox sweat houses. Oh man, you know work, you know eat. Oh my God. He's got his whip like Animaeus on Spartacus. Oh man, Shelby. Yes, I am a pretty persistent person, and that's why I knew for a fact that guy took my plane last time, because it literally took me, I was in the woods for 7 days, man. 7 days, and it was raining just like it is now. You know what's messed up, you guys? Here's the thing. The same exact time of the year last year when I put the Sabre over there in the woods, same exact time of the year. Maybe not to the day, but it's hunting season, just started. Opening day was yesterday or the day before. So yeah, guys, opening day was yesterday. Last year on opening day is when I put that Sabre in the woods over there, and he got mad. He said I scared his deer away. Da 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 da. I was like, that Sabre did not scare your deer away. I said, I flew the Avani twice before I flew the Sabre. If anything scared the deer away, it was the Avani. So he's like, looking at me like, what's an Abani? You know, you see his eyes like, what the fuck is an Abani? You know, I mean, to be honest with you, man, I when I was walking back there, like I said, I was a Pathfinder, you guys. When I was walking around back there in the woods, I mean, there was no fresh scat anywhere. I saw some old ass scat that was probably about, you know, 4 to 8 weeks old, and it was very, very spread out, you know, spread thin, and they were small piles like you would see a doe leave or like a juvenile deer. There was no goddamn deer that day. There was no deer there that day. Even before I showed up, there was no deer coming towards him. The only bed that I found that whole time searching was literally about a mile away from where his hut was. It was a fresh bed that probably had been laid in that morning. But it almost seems like the deer are smart, man. They learn things, man. They learn that, hey, you know, remember last year we were here and, you know, your brother died. They're not, deer are the deer up here are intelligent. They're smart, man. White-tailed deer are some of the smartest deer out on the planet, especially the ones here. It's not very easy to get a white-tailed deer here, guys. They're really smart. They're really, really intelligent here. You have a better chance of hitting one with your car at night than you do going out on opening day and shooting one. You got a better chance at shooting a moose up here or a bear than getting a white-tailed deer. The chance of you getting a full mature male white-tailed deer here, not around here. You have to go up north. You'll have to go up north where they're a little bit more dumb. They're a little smarter down here where there's a bigger population, man. They've adapted and kind of evolved. The big males won't even come out of the wood line. They stay in the wood line hidden while all the doe are out in the field feeding. And if that male sees anything or even suspects anything at all, he flips his tail, man, and all the doe go running off. You never see the buck, but you know when he alerts them because all the doe go boom. It's actually kind of cool, and the whole time you're like staring into the wood like trying to see where the buck's at. Yeah, right, dude. You're not gonna see him. I promise you that you're not gonna see him, man. It is really hard to get a buck around here. Like I said, you will probably smash a buck with your truck driving down the street at night before you get to shoot at one. But yeah, Shelby, I'm pretty persistent, man. And you know what? Persistence pays off. Let's see. Was that Deuce? Oh, Deuce is wild. What's up? George? Yes, man. Oh my goodness, George, yes. It's right here, man. I'll have her back out tomorrow flying. She'll be out tomorrow. Anybody need a tail section? Anybody need a vertical stab? No, I'm just kidding, you guys. It's actually pretty toast. The main thing is, guys, is here. This is what's important to me. This is what's important to me, you guys. This right here. This is what's important to me. This is what's important to me right here. My ESC is in one piece. It was dry. It was actually under the plane. And then this, guys, right here. This is the other thing that's important to me right here. This band is not bent. It has a little bit of a... Set it up here real quick. It's got a little like blue mark here, right? But it's from this right here. The power, the sheer force of the plane falling, it didn't cut the wire. It just kind of sliced the housing, right? It just sliced the covering. I guess it's a little cut. I can just take that off and put a new horn on it, I guess. I don't know. Basically, that's all that happened. That's it. That's the only thing that's wrong with it. And you know what? For what I was expecting was complete chaos and a complete loss of everything, you guys. And very fortunate. George Watts, man. guys, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but like George, you know what I'm talking about, man. If you want to tell him what you did, that's what, I'm not gonna say anything. But George, bro, I mean, bro, you almost had me in tears last night, man. You really did, bro. You really did. You ass. Like, I am so used to doing everything for everyone else. I'm always doing the giving, and you know what? It felt good for someone to just do it back, And thanks, bro. Appreciate it. That was the coolest fucking thing anybody's ever done for me, man. So thanks. Yeah, appreciate it, bro. Thank you. But yeah, we found her, man. We found her. It's pretty cool. I'm hoping that deer is somewhat compatible with the ones that are in the T33. The only thing that's wrong with the T33 is I think the servo's stripped the hell out, man. The servo's just stripped and it's not working. The gear's still in one piece. And like, right, oh, so the only other thing that happened to it, there's actually not a scratch on the plane. This thing right there, you see that thing that it turned, that's the thing that your thing goes in to turn the wheel, it gets the servo and turns it. Well, it snapped. It snapped on the T33, so it's just sitting there spinning around. It's not bad. It's not bad. This isn't even all the plane, you guys. I was only interested in grabbing things that had electronics stuck to it. If it was just foam sitting there, I left it. I just left it. I gave it back to Mother Earth. The birds are actually very intuitive around here, man. Those birds will find that foam next summer and they'll put it in their nest for insulation and stuff, so it won't go to waste. And there's just no need for me to carry back all that. There's just no need to carry all that foam back, man. I got about half the plane here. The whole front of the plane, the whole like front nose part of the plane, was in pieces. It was exploded. Like I knew that's what it was going to look like. It hit solid, and it did, man. But the most important thing is that I got my power system. That's all I cared about. That's all I gave a shit about, was I just wanted my power system back. So hopefully it still works. I'm gonna get it home. I'm gonna let it sit for a little while by the heater and let it dry. I was hoping that it would stop raining, you guys. I brought the MiG-17 with me, and I was like, if I get just the smallest little break whatsoever, I'm gonna go old school, caveman style, bro. And I was gonna rock out the hat cam, guys. This is actually a really good camera right here, you guys. This is actually Mobius 2. The Mobius 2, unlike the Mobius 1, this thing is really good. It's got a really nice mic on it. It has a really, really nice 1080p, 60 frames per second wide angle lens. It doesn't zoom. There will be no zooming. You won't zoom. What's going on there? There you go. No, I don't want to stop. No, cancel. What? Get that out of there. What? Go there. Okay, there we go. Was the battery okay? George, that is an excellent question. I'm actually going to call Amazon when I get home, because there's no way that they should send me batteries that look like that, man. That's just unacceptable. That's just not that's not cool at all, man. I'm gonna call them tonight and be like, look, you guys sent me this battery like this. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna fill out a ticket. No, and then I was like, well, hey, that one thing came off my checklist today. What's the inside of an HRB6 S6000 look like? Yeah, I figured that because the receiver, the gyro, and the battery were kind of close to the front, I kind of like X'd them off as like they were going to be toast. I thought the receiver was just going to be, when these take a hard hit, the casing comes flying off of them. And then the computer chip thing there, the computer chip will fly out somewhere. You won't find it. It's once you lose the case to these things, it's unprotected in there. Now you have like an exposed like board, kind of like this thing is right here, the gyro, and if a bare wire hits this board at all on any of the solder points, it'll fry that little CPU thing there, and the gyro won't work anymore. But yeah, I'm actually kind of procrastinating right now, guys. I'm chilling because I would like this. It's actually, it looks like it's starting to slow down a little bit. It's mostly turned into a heavy, like kind of like a heavy fog. I just looked at the forecast and it's still raining all over Maine. Oh, Shelby, hey guys, no super chats right now, you guys. Please don't. No, man, no, please don't. George has already done enough for every one of you guys, man. Oh my God, please, no super chats right now. I don't deserve them, man. Come on. I appreciate it. Trust me, you know I love you guys and I appreciate it, but no super chats right now, you guys. We actually made quite a bit of money for the for the boozer event. We made some good money for the boozer event. A little bit of money for the giveaway, you guys. But thank you for that, Shelby. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, man. That's cool. That's cool of you. I definitely am not doing this live stream right now for super chats at all. At all. I'm doing this right now because I'm just really happy that I found it. And the things that I wanted to be salvageable are, it's like, it's what it is. My wife was very optimistic too. Usually she's not. I was like, do you think I'm going to find it? And she's like, I don't know. She says, did anybody see it go down? I was like, I can't be sure. She's like, if somebody saw it and they go tell the guy at that house, she says, you know he's going to go probably try to look for it because he's probably a little bitter that his friends around here ratted him out and told you that he took the plane. And that made me nervous, man. I was like, well, I'm going to go out now then. She's like, it's pitch black. I got flashlights. She's like, please don't go out there right now. She's like, please don't. It's cold. She says, you're a cold weather hazard. You get frostbite on your hands rather quickly. She said, and it's really cold out. It's like 20. She's like, please just stay in. She's like, it'll be real slippery out there. She said, if you slip and fall, or you fall into that rock pit or that quarry, nobody's gonna be there to you know. So yeah, she made a good point. So I was like, all right, I'll go out at first light. And I waited a little longer. I didn't leave until like 8:30 or 9 or something. Yeah, it was pretty cool, you guys. I said it definitely isn't gonna be on this side because I'm like lining up where the mound is. And when I am gonna put the video up later, you guys. What I wanted to do is I want to do a MiG flight right here. The last time we flew the MiG, it hit a pothole when I landed, and it cartwheeled the plane and bent the aluminum spar and broke the wing a little bit. I fixed all that, and Kyle bent the spar back, and it's actually a really nice plane to fly. And this time, I know not to put the battery all the way forward. I put the battery all the way forward on that first that we did on it, and that was way too nose heavy. I mean, I had like probably a quarter of an inch of up trim in that thing. When I landed it, the elevator's like, I was like, wow, I had that much up trim. So the battery can go back a little bit, but here's the problem. There is a small threshold when you move up to 8S and you have the heavier motor in the back of the MiG-17. It's weird. It's a weird deal, man. There is a very fine line that if you stay ahead of that line, you'll be nose heavy or slightly nose heavy. But if you get behind that line whatsoever, trust me, you're not going to have a good day. Go check out my video, MiG-17 crash on 8S system, and see for yourself. At the beginning of that video, something told me to move the battery back just a little bit, and I shouldn't have. I should have actually moved it forward. because I went from having a EDF that was like not very heavy to having a big 8S. The EDF motor that's on this MiG 17 is actually rated for 16S. I can actually run 16 cells on that motor. The ESC is only rated for 8 or 10 or something like that. So I could actually legit run 10S in the plane. But that would just make it way too heavy. The 8S already kind of makes it a little heavier, but wow, what a difference between the 8S system and that 6S system that I had. Some people didn't have a problem with their 6S systems. They were just fine. They got, plenty out of them. My problem that I was having with my 6S system is I had a brand new 6S 5000, and I even ran a 5400 and a 6000. I was only up in the air for a matter of like a minute and a half to 2 minutes. I get the plane down, I test the battery, and Eddie's like, "What's the percentage at?" And I'm like, "Bro, it's at like 8%. He's like, "No way, no." I'm like, yes, it's 8%. Ryan noticed that my cheater vent was backwards, so I was like, all right, well, I'll turn that around, see if that was maybe the problem. That helped a little bit. We went from 8% to like 14%. At the same time, I think we actually flew. We didn't fly much long. We didn't fly much. I think we may have been a little less actually that we flew. So Eric was like, well, if you get rid of that, just send it to me. He says it sounds like it probably wasn't programmed right. The ESC wasn't programmed right from the factory. And sure enough, that's what the problem was, because Eric got a hold of it and he fixed it, and it's working great for him. I don't know, man. I just sometimes you get a plane that's just not tweaked right at the factory. And I got one of those planes, and instead of starting all over and buying a whole brand new one, I bought a kit. And I put the 8S system in it, and moved on from that disgusting moo cow camouflage and painted it in a nice Soviet green with some nice Soviet badges. It's pretty cool. It's a Vietnam scheme one. It's pretty cool. So you guys check that video out. I did do a remaiden on it, but like I said, it was very nose heavy. Not very fun to fly, actually. It was kind of scary. Every time I'd go into a turn, she'd want to dart to the ground. I have to pull that. So finally, I ended up trimming it out with some up trim, and when I landed it, the elevator looked like it was about halfway up. I was like, shit, man, that's too much. The battery could probably go back then. I just wanted to err on the side of caution, because you guys got to understand the flight that I did before that one was the one where she was really tail heavy. If you guys go back and watch that video, you're gonna be like, damn, it doesn't look like it's that big of a deal. Listen, guys, it wasn't while I had the throttle going. If I had the throttle punched forward and it was going, putting out power, it was one thing. But as soon as you took the power away, she sunk. Like the tail just went whoop, and she wanted to go up. And no matter, I had the up trim maxed out, and she still wanted to. So finally, I was just like, screw it. I came this way. I put the landing gear down, but I accidentally put the flaps down too. You don't want to use the flaps with a tail heavy plane. That was my end. That was my demise right there. I probably could have saved it, but I accidentally hit full flaps at the same time this plane's tail heavy, and it was just a recipe for disaster. The plane literally stalled out, and that was it. Somebody keeps texting me. Oh, it's my buddy that sold me the DX9, you guys. I asked him a while ago. I said, I can send you payments. Do you want me to send you payments? I said, it's much easier for me to send you payment than come up with the whole $400 at once. I was like, I only get a lump sum of money like that once a month in my pension. But throughout the month, I do make, money throughout the month where, I'll get, 250 here, 300 here. And I was like, for some reason, he seemed like he didn't want to take payments. And I was like, that's odd. So if he would have taken payment, I would have had him paid off 2 months ago if he would have allowed me to do payments. But for some reason, it seemed like he didn't want to take payments. He wanted the whole lump sum at once. And I can dig that. I mean, doesn't bother me in any other way. What is it? Eric Rogers? Eric Rogers, you find a Stinger 90 or just confetti? A little of both. A little bit of both. It was very pretty. And what sucks, you guys, is I wanted to take a picture of the crash site, obviously. Why wouldn't you? And my phone died on the way out there when I was live streaming. When I left the house, my phone was at 50%. That shows you how bad the battery is in this phone, man. I can charge it to 100%, you guys. Literally, an hour and a half later, it's like, boop, boop. Is that thing giving me the dead battery sound? No way. But then I start thinking, the battery that's in this it's a LiPo battery. It's a little 1S LiPo battery. I think it's like a 8,000 milliamp or 800 milliamp or something like that, or 300 milliamp. I don't know. But I thought to myself, the more LiPos actually don't last forever. And smaller ones like this probably are a little bit more susceptible, especially because phone batteries actually get treated like shit more than an airplane battery does, or a big LiPo does. I don't plug my phone in unless I'm at home. And if I'm walking around, it's not plugged in at all. The only time it really gets plugged in and it stays plugged in is overnight. And I actually don't plug it in. I have a little thing that it sits on, and it does a wireless charge. It's like a little pad that it sits on. So yeah, this phone is seen better days, you guys. It's still got a really good camera on it, which is why I've kept it around so much, but for so long. It needs an overhaul, guys. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of. Joe's divorce? Oh no, shit. Okay. All right, we're back, guys. Hey, you guys, tell me, can you guys hear Shadow? Can you guys hear Eric? Eric, you got to say something to test it.
Say something.
Oh, you bitch, you dirty bitch! You went there over the rainbow, you guys. You're probably like, God damn, Dave, that's pretty gay, man. That's pretty gay, Dave. What are you doing, man?
Are you in your Jeep right now?
Yeah, I'm in my Jeep. I picked that song in honor of my great grandma Thurman. She was a huge Judy Garland fan. She loved that song, and she used to sing it so good. She had the prettiest voice, you guys, and she loved The Wizard of Oz. Her and I, we probably watched The Wizard of Oz together probably 1,000 times, man. And when we weren't watching The Wizard of Oz, we were watching League of Their Own.
No such. No crying in baseball.
Stewie, he's all.
Yeah.
He throws up one of them old school catcher's mitts at him, dude, that weigh like 8 pounds.
Yeah. But you wanted one of those on your hand, or your hand broke.
He's like, wham! Hit her right in the face, boy.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man! What a dick, man.
So, have you decided what you're doing the giveaway for December?
Yes, I am.
Because there's a truck on sale right now to the 29th if you want to give away our RC car for $60.
What happened?
Verizon has a Black Friday sale now till the 29th, and they have a 2-wheel drive Armored Granite monster truck on basically clearance for $59.
You know what, Eric? Black Fridays matter.
Yep, they do. You are in a better mood today.
I found my shit, man. I found the plane exactly the way I wanted it. Best case scenario.
Was it just in the tree?
Yep. Oh, the plane's confetti. The whole front of the plane's confetti. It hit so far. It hit so hard it actually broke the carbon spar.
Yeah, whatever. But you've got electronics.
I got my 8-channel receiver. I got my
batteries.
Spot. I got my fan. I got my ESC. I have a retract now that I can put into the T33 instead of I don't want to go. I was up this morning. I'm like, man, I should fill out a ticket with Motion RC for that damn.
Look at what they've been fighting you on with Kenny's. It's like, I mean, in theory they should fix it, but
you know what's messed up is Kenny said that it did like this violent thing where it just kind of just like wham and went into the ground. When I went to take off with mine yesterday, no bullshit. Right when I rotated off, one of the flaps went up. I think it was either the left one that went up. So it would be, yeah. So the left one went up. That's what it was. The left one went up and the right one stayed down. I didn't hit the switch. It did it on its own. And when the plane went to lift off, obviously if your right aileron or your right flap is down and your left one goes up right as you're about ready to take off, it sent the plane pitching.
That's because you had more lift on one wing than the other. That's why.
It scared the piss out of me, man. I was like, why is it doing that?
It scared the piss out of any of us.
I walked up to the plane and I'm looking at it. I'm like, why is that flap up? And so I hit the switch, right? And this is where the weird part comes in, guys. When I hit the switch, crazy. The right flap went up, the left flap went down. So it was almost like somebody at night, they snuck a servo reverser into my plane. And so I was like, all right. The only thing that I know what to do in these situations and while it was unplugged, I reached down there, made sure all the wires were plugged in, you know. And when I plugged it back in, I hit the flaps and they started going up and down together again. It's like,
it's almost like it's got a short or something.
Yeah, dude, I promise you right now, out of all of the damn planes that I have with blue boxes, only 2 of them still have their blue boxes.
Well, that new one's supposed to be better, but apparently not.
And my L39. But
isn't it the same one as the L39?
What?
Isn't the blue box in T33 the same as the L39, that newer one?
It is. The same exact. But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Even though the blue box is still in the L39, the only thing that I have going through the blue box itself is
landing gear synchronizers.
Landing gear, flaps, and rudder. That's it. Rudder and steerable. That's it. That's it, man. The free wing Raptor back here behind me. That one actually is still using the blue box 100%. Everything's plugged in the blue box.
That's just too bad because I think the reason why they came out with that new blue box was.
Hey, Eric. Yeah, guys. So, yeah. So here, the phone keeps going dead. Eric, unfortunately, shit. If I have you on a call, and I'm doing the live stream, it actually takes the battery down quicker than what it will charge. The USB port in these Jeeps up front are horrible for charging phones or cameras or anything, but there is one in the back right down there, and that one works a little better. Unfortunately, I did not have it plugged into that one. All right, guys, hey, I'm gonna sign off. I'm obviously sitting in a spot that I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I'm lucky that we were able to even do a stream out here, you guys. We got real lucky. One person's still in here. I appreciate you guys stopping by. We had the Stinger 90, well, part of it. Well, I'd say a third of it. But we have all the important things, dude. That was important to me. Thank you to Shelby again. Anybody else that left a super chat? I had my phone. I didn't have my phone turned around to see it. I will look later to see who all sent super chats. But Watts, once again, man. Thank you. You made my day, man. It's not very often that people make me genuinely smile with a true happiness. And sir, what you did for me, I will have a permanent smile on my face for weeks to come. And believe me, whatever I get with that, like if I ever part with it or whatever, I will make sure that it gets handed down to someone who needs it more than me. I will make sure that good things happen with that. I already know what I'm getting with it. I don't really want to say quite yet, but Eric Rogers knows what I'm getting. It was the next plane that I was going to get anyways. Backburnered this thing for a long time, and I definitely need to get it added to my collection. They actually have a high performance version of it out now, so yeah, I mean, that's probably a dead giveaway right there. Seems how I just sold my A6 to Eric Rogers. He's got my A6 Intruder. He didn't steal it. He paid for it. He got a hell of a deal on it, I heard. Until it was time to ship it. How much does that box cost, Eric? How much? Tell these fine people in the chat if you're in here. How much did it cost for me to send you out your A6 Intruder, your miscellaneous stuff, your Tyrannus 90X Plus with the aluminum case, by the way, awesome stuff. That's a badass case and a radio. Unfortunately for me, I had to put it in a P61 Black Widow box from Dynam, and with the weight of that damn aluminum case and radio, plus the dimensions, well, it was over $200 shipping. And it was supposed to get there by the 10th, and it didn't show up until the 23rd. 13 days late. So I'm going to see if I can't get some type of reimbursement. My friend works down at the post office. I'm going to go in there when he's there. But that's it, guys. That's all I got for you. I was actually getting ready to jump out of this car and go fly the MiG-17 real quick, and then it started pouring again. I don't think I'm going to catch a break, you guys. Definitely not going to put a plane up with electronics in rain. No. Maybe snow, but not in the rain. Not to mention, if you look out into the field, where I would have to land, you guys, that is a giant, massive puddle that goes across the whole field. And I'm pretty sure that puddles are not very good for jets that have low stance, short gear. Not to mention, I'm still not over the horrible day that I had yesterday. Some people have done things to make it much easier on the fact that I found this plane in the way I did, with all the electronics still good. The scenario couldn't have been any better, you guys. That's it. I'm Dave. This is Dave's RC. Make sure you guys go over and check out Shadow Ops, please. Eric Rogers. He's like my best friend. And I'm over 1,000 subs. He should be right behind me. If you watch my channel and you like me, you gotta love Eric, because Eric is what makes the Friday shows go so smoothly. So if you appreciate what Eric Rogers and Shadow Ops does for Dave's RC, you can go and show him some support by hitting that subscribe button, guys. It's free. Doesn't cost a goddamn thing, right, Skip? Make sure you turn on the notifications too. Every time he uploads, you'll get a notification, just like you do with my channel and everybody else's, Pilot Ryan's. I'm Dave. This is Dave's RC, guys. Reminding you to fly free or die. God, I love that slogan, especially when I have half of a plane in my car. Oh, yeah, she was freely flying by herself for a moment. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow. It's supposed to be warmer and dry. We will come out here tomorrow, and we will hopefully have the T-33 ready to go, fixed. And I'm just not going to use those goddamn apps until the situation gets figured out, guys. But MiG 17, 8S MiG 17 is in the back of the truck too, so that'll be the first one that we fly. We still have the 262 as well. I have 5 batteries charged right now, and I have to run them off. I don't want to discharge them. I don't want to put them up to decharge them because it takes forever to discharge a battery just to have to charge it up the very next day. So my rule of thumb is if I don't have those packs flown off within a 72-hour period, that's it. You got to discharge them, storage charge them, or whatever you want to call it. I appreciate every one of you mofos. You guys know that, right? You guys are the reason that I continue to do this stuff, man. So if you guys lost interest and I didn't have you guys, I probably would have quit this stuff a long time ago. It would have meant nothing to me. But you guys make me continue to get up every morning and think of something that I can do. Not necessarily flying, but you guys keep me going, man. As you can see, I'm completely exhausted. I'm running on fumes. So is my truck, by the way. Every time she takes my truck, she brings it home with no gas. Hopefully I make it to the damn gas station. All right, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate every one of you guys. Thanks for the super chats. George, thank you so much, man. Eric, thank you for what you do. Yeah, and also thank you for calling me while I was live streaming, which made my battery die quicker. So that was Eric's fault, by the way. I'm just kidding, bro. I will talk to you when I get home, bro. Eric, I will call you as soon as I get home. This phone needs to charge, dude. It's a wonder why the freaking battery doesn't work very well, because I do this shit all the time. Dave's RC, guys. I'm out of here. Peace. Peace. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, guys. Stay safe. If you're drinking, don't drive. Please do not drink and drive. Call it Uber. Please. Mike SSI. See you later, man. Daryl, thanks for stopping by. Daryl, we're gonna get you a Daryl, remind me that we got to get you a blue wrench and a number for the giveaway, man. Don't let me forget. I will forget. So make sure Shadow Ops knows that you need a blue wrench and a number. We will take care of that on the giveaway night, but you should already have yours by now. You've been in here for a while. You guys have a wonderful day, man. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your turkey day, man. I'm gonna go home. I already cooked my turkey. My turkey's done. My turkey was done at slightly after 8 o'clock this morning, man. I don't mess around, bro. I don't mess around. Oh, yeah. And for all you guys that don't know this, here's a quick tip for you on Thanksgiving. Listen, the reason that 9 times out of 10, the little poppers on the turkeys don't work is because when you freeze those things, they expand. And then when you thaw them out, they unexpand. But what happens is the little plastic lip that goes around the red part that touches the white part, sometimes what happens is the turkey juice gets in there and it gets sticky and it makes the red part stick to the white part. So all you do is take a razor blade or a knife and put it under there and just wiggle it back and forth to separate the red part from the white part. I guarantee you, if you do this from now on, your popper will pop when the turkey is done. A little Thanksgiving knowledge for that ass. And it works too, guys. It works. It works. And nobody taught me that trick. I learned that shit on my own. By accident. But I still figured it out. So check it out, guys. I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later. I'll be out here tomorrow flying. You guys have a good day. Like I said, don't drink and drive, you guys. If you're drinking, be smart. Don't be a retard. That's just plain stupid. Make sure that you guys get home safe and get back to your families in one piece. I'm gonna go eat some turkey, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.